Hello, Assalamualaikum. This video is for MGT269 Business Communication, and in this video, I will explain to you a little bit about the formal report. This is the content for chapter 5. Okay, so let us begin. So what is formal business report? So usually in this business report, it will discuss the result of investigation and also the analysis of the research. So when you want to prepare a report, we have to investigate about the problems, okay? And in this formal report, it is the result of our investigation and also our analysis for all the data that we've collected. So a well-written formal business report, so usually it's then organized information where we present it in a logical, systematic, and easy to follow format, and it will provide a framework for decision making because in this analysis of the research, of course, we are presenting all the data and then we give the suggestions to solve the problems. So, steps in preparing a formal report. First, we need to define the project, okay? And then after that, after we confirm about the background, the issues or problems that we want to solve, and then we need to collect the data. And then after that, we have to organizing the data, and then finally, we can start writing the report. Okay, so let's say the first step, okay, defining the project. In defining the project, you need to define the project by giving the title for your report. So you have to identify the area, the problems that you want to investigate for your report. Okay, also you need to access the resources that are available. When we are talking about the resources, it's not only about the budget. Okay, it also included your money and also the references that are available for you. Okay, so you need to understand what are your constraints or your limitations when you want to do this report. The limitation might come, for example, like maybe the time, the money, the respondent or the data that you want to collect, the the information or the references that you want to search. So if you choose some topic or issues which are difficult for you to get the references for the citation, so maybe you want to change to the other topic or area which have the information easy for you to get all the information. And then after that, you have to write a statement of purpose. Okay, so here you will define the focus of the report and also you will provide a standard that keeps the report. Okay, the standards that will keep the report on the target, meaning that of course when you write down the report you have your purpose, your objective, what you want to achieve from the report. Okay, what issues or areas that you want to highlight, who are your target of your report or the respondent of your report. So you want to limit, okay, your report only focusing on the certain area. That's why we have to be specific on the focus of the report. Make sure that when you do the report, okay, so you have it's not too broad, okay, so you need to have a specific area that you want to focus because of the limitation, because for example, you don't have enough time to study everything about, let's say, about population of the students at university, relating with their case, relating with their problems, for example, like facilities, in terms of facilities. So maybe instead of focusing on all the facilities, you want to specific on certain facilities. For example, maybe about Wi-Fi or on certain area, maybe at college, certain specific college or specific cafe. Okay, so when you want to write in the purpose of your report, you want to choose action verbs, okay, telling what you intend to do. For example, you can use to analyze, to investigate, to compare, to justify, to evaluate, or to explain, or to determine. Okay, maybe you want to compare the number of to compare between male and female students who have dissatisfactions towards the certain things. You want to justify why the problems exist. You want to evaluate how the problems occur. You want to be able to explain the problems that exist at a certain area, why the problem exists. Okay, so you need to use all these action verbs in your statement of purpose or the objective of your research. Okay, next after that you need to collect the data. Okay, so here we will use the secondary data and also the primary data. So secondary data consists of previously collected information, meaning that the information is already available. So you just pick up the information, read the information, gather, analyze the information, everything. For example, it can be found in published sources like articles or journals or non-published sources, for example, like company report. Okay, so it's easier and also cheaper to obtain the secondary data. Okay. And we have primary data. Primary data consists of newly collected information, meaning that you are the person, okay, who will collect the data, okay, to become the information, okay, generated using research methods, okay, such as interviews, observation, and also questionnaire. So for your assignment, you have to use both the secondary data and also the primary data. The secondary data, you can get all the information available in online or using the books, okay, newspaper and all that. While for the primary data, we want to focus on the questionnaire. So later on, when you want to collect the primary data, you have to distribute the questionnaire. Okay. Example for the secondary data, for example, we have print resources, for example, like books, okay? We also have periodicals. Periodicals refers to the magazine, pamphlets, or journals. Periodicals mean that the publication of the magazine, journals, newspaper, will be available by certain period, okay? Okay, that's we have the electronic databases. Okay, it's a collection of information stored electronically so that it's accessible by computer and digitally searchable. Okay, for example, by using these electronic databases, it will provide the bibliography information. For example, like the titles of the documents and brief abstract, and also the full text documents for you to read. Okay, so for example, the databases that we usually use for ProQuest, Emerald, okay, academics search premier. Okay, so next we have the website, okay, World Wide Web, okay, which has a collection of pages created by people around the world. So it's very interactive, mobile, and user friendly. Okay. Next, we have blogs and social networks, okay, used by business researchers, students, politicians, and the media to gather all the information. Okay, individual opinions on news items are posted regularly, allowing visitors to comment. Okay, for example, like Twitter or X, and also Facebook. Okay, for the primary data, we have survey. Okay, survey we used to collect data from groups of people. So in collecting the data, okay, we can use the snail mail, email, or an online survey. Okay, so there are certain advantages and disadvantages of the survey. The advantages, maybe it can get the data economically, efficiently, and quickly. Okay, and we can reach the large sample of population nearby, and respondent can also be online. Okay, however, it also have the certain disadvantages. For example, the response rate may be extremely low because sometimes people don't want to answer the survey. Okay, those who don't respond may not represent a valid and accurate those who respond the survey might be sometimes they just answer, and sometimes it might not represent the overall population. So of course it will affect the result of the research. And also sometimes maybe we can question about the truthfulness of the result of the survey. The interviews, interviews with expert, produce useful report data, especially when data has been written about a topic. So the method of the interview is in person, telephone, or maybe an online interviews. So you can read about the interviews. Okay, so there are certain techniques for a successful interview. Okay, so I have to locate the expert who are we consider have the knowledge in the area. Okay, so before we do conduct the interview, you have to prepare for the interview. Okay, we need to study a little bit about the interviewee, the background of the topic, and also we should list out the questions they want to ask for the interviewing. Okay, so there are certain techniques for the successful interviews. Okay, we need to maintain our professional attitudes. Okay, so call for the interview session, need to confirm the arrangement, time, and all that. Okay, of course, when you go for the interview session, when you want to interview the people, okay, you have to dress professionally. Okay, use your body language appropriately, and then you have to respond to the interviewee and do not interrupt while the interviewee are answering your question, or if you feel disagree with the answer, you have to respect, you have to listen to the interviewee. Okay, so make your questions objective and straightforward. Okay, the use of open-ended questions rather than yes or no. Open-ended question means that you ask the question and the interviewee will the answer in truly explain about their answer. Okay, don't simply ask the question where the interviewer will answer yes or no, because we didn't get the deep information from the interviewee. We also need to keep track of the time, because of course when we don't want to be exaggerate or to keep the interview session longer than the expected. Okay, so after you want to end the session, okay, you have to end it graciously lah, express your appreciation and all that. Okay, observation, can decide what or whom you are observing and how often those observations are necessary to provide valid and reliable data. Get permissions beforehand, and particularly if you are recording it. Okay, so here you have to ask for the permission. Okay. You can also do the experimentation, okay, products data, suggesting causes and effects. So the valid informed experiment requires sophisticated research, design, and careful attention. Okay. For the documenting information, okay, in writing business and other reports, we may paraphrase or quote ideas and words of others. Okay, thus we need to give credits to our information sources. That is called documentation. We cannot simply just copy paste the others from other information, because it will be unethical and we didn't give the appropriate credit to that person. Okay, which may end up being called as plagiarism. Okay, when you copy paste, when you get take the ideas from other people, okay, without giving credit to that person, so it will be considered as plagiarism. Okay. So how to document all this? Okay, first one, you have to recognizing the purpose of the documentation. Okay, so reason why we need to document report data properly is, first one is to strengthen your argument. Okay, if you don't have any references, okay, or citations, it will be all of your saying. Okay, so to make your statement or your argument strength, so we need certain citation from the other people that also have the same opinion as us. Okay, including good data from reputable sources. Okay? We convince readers of your credibility and the logic of your reasoning. The second one, we want to instruct the reader. Okay, citing references, okay, enables readers to pursue a topic further, meaning that when we cite, okay, the ideas from the other people, so if our reader are very interested with the topic, you want to have the further information about it, so they can go to the references that we list out in our report. Okay, the third one is to make sure you do not plagiarize. Okay, because we need to do a careful acknowledgement of the sources. Okay, so it will show that you are professional. Of course, this also to strengthen your report. Okay, and to show that many people also have that similar, your idea is similar to other people. Okay, so that just cite. Okay, make it a proper references to those apa to those information that you gather. Learning what to document. Okay, to avoid plagiarism. Okay, give credit whenever we use the following. For example, like a person's ideas, opinions, examples, or theory. Okay, facts, statistic, graph, drawings are not common knowledge. Okay, quotations of others person actual spoken or written words, and also paraphrase of other person's spoken or written words. Everything that you take, the ideas, okay, examples, theories, opinions from other people, which is not your own idea, you have to give proper credit. Okay. The third one is to develop good research habit. Okay, it is a good idea to develop the habit of carefully recording documentation data immediately after locating the information. Okay, by doing this, extra time does not have to be spent in relocating the citation. For example, like when you are searching for the information. Okay, so once you get the information, straight away take out the information that you want, get everything so that it can fit in your references. Okay, if you take it from the website, so make sure that you take the website address, okay, who wrote the articles, the date, the year, and everything. Okay, so that you don't spend extra time to relocate back the information that you take. Okay, for example, if you are citing from a book, okay, so you need to know the title of the book, okay, of course the authors, okay, the publisher, the place of the publication, years of publication, and also the pages. Okay. If you take the sources from the newspapers, magazines, and journal articles, okay, so you must have the publication title, article title, authors, the issue of volume number, the date, and also the pages cited. Online newspaper and magazine articles, okay, so we need the article title, authors, publication title, date, and also the URL. The website, okay, name of the company or organization sponsoring the site, and also the URL. Okay. So practicing the fine art of paraphrasing, okay, paraphrasing is restating an original passage in your own words and in your own style, meaning that when you read, okay, you understand what you've read and then you write it using your own words. Okay. Some useful guidelines is read the original material carefully to comprehend its full meaning. And after that, write your own version while referring to the original material as little as possible. Avoid repeating the grammatical structure of the original and merely replacing words with synonyms. Okay, so let's say that you just copy paste the sentences, okay, and you just you replace certain words by using the synonyms, but the structure of the sentence is still the same, so it will still consider as it's not a good paraphrasing. Okay, so if you want to do a good paraphrasing, you have to rewrite the whole sentence using your own words, okay, your own writing your own idea, okay, not simply just replacing certain words by using the synonyms. Okay, reread the original to be sure you covered the main points but did not borrow specific language. Okay, try to avoid using the specific language change in everything. Okay. Knowing when and how to quote, okay, there are four purposes of direct quotation, okay. One is to provide objective background data and establish the severity of a problem as seen by expert. Number two is to repeat identical phrasing because of its precision, clarity, or aptness. For example, like you have to directly quote all the sentences. Okay, so there are certain parts there where maybe not suitable for you to paraphrase. Okay, so you need to do the direct quotation. To duplicate exact wording before criticizing it, so you want to directly quote it, quote directly everything, and then after that you will criticize and explain lah. Okay, to substitute and lend credibility to your viewpoint on a controversial topic. Okay, so using and usually we will use the most common citation formats will be the APA, American Psychological Associations, and also Modern Language Association, MLA. But in our assignment, we're going to use the APA style. So the organizing strategy, okay, once you have collected the data for a report, you are ready to organize it into a coherent plan of presentation. Okay, the readability and effectiveness of a report are greatly enhanced by skillful organization of the information presented. When you collect all the data to make it, to transform it into, to change it into information, you have to analyze the data so that when the reader read or get your report, they will understand everything, because you have to analyze, you have to explain the data. If you just present the data, it's like that, it won't become a useful information. Okay, so the two important items that need to clarify is where should I place the findings and conclusions, and how should I organize the finding. Okay, so where should I place the findings and conclusions? Okay, findings and conclusion. Okay, presenting the findings, facts, and discussions. So first, you need to present the facts and also do the discussions, and after that, you will give the conclusions from your findings, and then you give your recommendations. Okay, so all your recommendation conclusion must be related to the findings. Okay, so how should I organize the findings? Okay, there are three principles of organizational patterns. First one, we can do it according to the chronological order. The second one will be the geographical or spatial arrangement. And the third one will be the topical arrangement from single to complex. Okay, chronological according to the sequence along a timeline. Okay, effective for presenting historical data. Okay, geographical information is organized by physical location. Okay, so maybe the information can be grouped into or divided into a certain location, for example, like East Coast, West Coast, etc. For the typical topical arrangement of topic from a simple concept to a more complex ideas. Okay, if you have certain categories about the reports, the finding of the reports, or maybe the factors, so you can do it according to the topical arrangement. So that's it for this video. I will continue. I will see you in other video. I will explain to you more on how to present the data. So thank you so much.